5 Huge EastEnders spoilers next week from the 21st to the 24th of August 2023. 1. Anna Knight leaves mum Cindy a message, which Ian Beale deletes. With some encouragement from Freddie Slater, Anna finally tells Dad George, Sister Gina and George's partner, Elaine Peacock, that she's now got her mum's phone number. George snaps, revealing he's had Rose's number for years and it's clear she doesn't want to be found. But later, Elaine tells George and Gina that it's natural for Anna to want to talk to her mum, which prompts the pair to give Anna their blessing to make contact. Anna then calls her mum and leaves a message, explaining she's in Walford and misses her every day. With no response arriving, Anna sends her a scathing text and heads to see Bobby Beale for a heart-to-heart, with the pair putting their previous awkwardness behind them. Meanwhile, in France, the text from Anna on Cindy's phone is intercepted by her son Peter, who interrogates Dad Ian. Ian reveals that Peter has 2 half-sisters, before deleting Anna's messages and pleading with Peter not to tell Cindy. Peter agrees, but he then shocks Ian by announcing that he's booked on the Eurostar to return to Walford so he can meet his sisters. Peter arrives at the Queen Vic just as Anna and Gina are closing the pub for the night. 2. Peter Beale returns to Walford on a mission. Having called Peter himself after learning that his grandmother Kathy is selling the family chippy, Bobby wakes the next morning to find Peter sleeping on the sofa. Peter later vows to help Bobby make the chippy a success to force Kathy, who is still on her honeymoon, not to sell up. But instead, Peter heads to the Vic to spy on his new sisters. The situation goes from bad to worse when Peter's uncle, Ben Mitchell, arrives and gives him a mouthful, and Gina reveals that Bobby is smitten with Anna. Peter attempts to stop the budding relationship between his siblings, but the following morning he wakes full of regret. Cindy calls her son, and she can sense that something is wrong, but Peter covers. Bobby orders Peter to leave. While back in France, Cindy tells Ian that she's going to Walford to collect Peter. Knowing that George and the girls are living there, Ian persuades Cindy not to go and insists that he'll make Peter come home. Will Ian be able to stop Cindy from unwittingly finding her daughters and her ex? 3. Stalker Theo Hawthorne meddles as Suki Panesar supports destructive Eve Unwin. A concerned Suki finds Eve sleeping rough on a bench after getting drunk all night. After a heart-to-heart about her sister's death, Eve and Suki go to the police station to share new information on the case, but Eve is left infuriated when they're told that Kaz has served her time, so the case is closed. Eve heads to the Albert and drinks herself into oblivion, while Suki enlists Stacy Slater's help to track down Eve, which drags her away from her coffee with Theo, leaving him furious. When Stacy hears the truth about Eve's sister's death, she panics when Felix Baker explains that Eve has left the bar to meet Kaz. Eve is seen meeting Kaz outside the Albert, but it's not long before Suki and Stacy find her. Stacy takes a shaken Kaz back to her house to try and defuse the situation, but Kaz is further spooked when Suki and Eve arrive. Alone with Kaz, Theo meddles by encouraging her to go to the police, in the hope of getting Eve out of the picture permanently, but Suki overhears and interrupts. Kaz makes her excuses to head to the bathroom, but Suki soon realizes that she's left for the police station. Meanwhile, unaware that Theo is dangerously obsessed with her, Stacy is spooked when she arrives home to find her bedroom trashed. When Martin Fowler arrives home from Bulgaria, Stacy keeps quiet about the break-in, fearing his reaction. Eve is shocked when Theo arrives to tutor Lily, but it's clear Stacy wants him around after the incident. Eve shares some crosswords with Theo about his meddling behavior with Kaz, before Eve later plans to tell Martin about Stacy's stalker. Will anyone work out that Theo is involved? And where do the events of the week leave Eve, and, indeed, her relationship with soulmate Suki? 4. Phil Mitchell urges Alfie Moon to take his health seriously. Phil invites Alfie for a kickabout with the boys, hoping to get him to open up about his worries. Alfie remains evasive about his upcoming MRI scan, but Phil reminds him that he must take his health seriously for his kids. Phil adds that other children on the square, like Lexi Pierce, don't have the privilege of having both parents, with Lexi having just lost her beloved mum Lola. Later, Phil continues to pressure Alfie, and shares that he is going to get his prostate checked, as his father Eric died of prostate cancer. By the end of the week, Phil and Alfie head to the hospital for their respective tests, and Alfie thanks Phil for his support. But will Alfie be okay? 5. Yolande Truman's ex, Anton, delivers an ultimatum. After recently getting back together, Patrick and Yolande are smitten. But it becomes clear that Yolande is hiding something when she keeps avoiding a call. In the cafe, Yolande's ex, Anton, arrives. A fight with Patrick soon ensues, and back at the house, Anton insists that Yolande is leaving with him, telling her he is willing to forgive and forget and she has until tomorrow to come back and make amends. Anton later pleads with Yolande to return to Birmingham, issuing her with an ultimatum. What will she do?
Xin chào các bạn đã quay trở lại UK Soát Spoiler. Vừa rồi các bạn đã theo dõi một sản phẩm của chúng tôi, UK Soát Spoiler, một kênh tin tức chuyên cung cấp cho các bạn những thông tin mới nhất về những bộ phim xà phòng của Vương quốc Anh.